Hello, how are you today? My name is Kevin Forshey. I'm the president and founder at a really cool company I want to talk to you about today. It's called MyndTek Limited, where we are helping to change lives just one mind at a time. Um, so I want to take a few minutes out of your day and just talk to you a little bit about what we're about as a company, what our primary application is, and how it's going to benefit you as either a user of our application or else a mental health care provider. So let's start with our mantra to tell you what our company is about. Our mantra is the most important mental health data at the time that it matters most, which is right now. And so a little bit about our company. I originally got the idea for MyndTek in fall of 2017. I actually had attempted to commit suicide. I was in a mental health care hospital, got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and while I was in outpatient treatment, I actually ended up seeing a whole bunch of people in my therapy group end up losing their life to their mental health. That means suicide, which sadly those numbers of suicide are far too high right now, and so with those suicides, I saw that there was a need to find a way to optimize people's mental health care to get to the quickest diagnosis possible, start treatment as soon as possible, and get patients' lives back to normal as soon as possible. And what do you need for that usually? You need data. So I let this idea sort of ruminate for a couple years and worked with some mental health care professionals in the psychiatry field and figured out some plans for what I wanted to do to tackle this huge problem. I started MyndTek in late 2019, and immediately I began working on our flagship software as a service application called Data-Driven Therapy in order to solve these problems that I've talked about and experienced myself. So what are these problems I'm talking about? There's huge taboo still about talking about mental health and mental health care. I mean, if you talk about your mental health, people still look at you a little bit funny or think there's something wrong with you, when astonishingly 1 out of every 5 people are actually suffering from a treatable and diagnosable mental health condition right now, which we need to do something about this. And we also need to make sure that everyone is aware that mental health is health. So one of the best ways to do this is to look at mental health from a holistic perspective. This isn't some sort of frou-frou, la 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 type thing. This is a very scientific, numerical way to look at it, very data-driven. The best way to think about it is you've got a triangle. You've got your physical health on one end of the base, then you've got your mental health on the other end, with your spiritual health up here at the top, and all three of those need to be lined up and optimized in order to be your best self that you can possibly be. So data-driven therapy is actually the best tool in order to accomplish this. Which leads us into another problem that we're solving, which is current mental health care practices. We all know that healthcare has advanced greatly in the past 100 years, even 50 years. I mean, it's just like, wow, the technology involved there is incredible. But you know what? Mental health care is largely unchanged. We're still doing a lot of the same stuff we've done for the past 100 years or so. From my experience, medications are still extremely expensive and extremely hard to get when you need them. Not every insurance covers mental health care, and there's just a whole lot of problems that we see there. And so data-driven therapy helps to alleviate some of those problems, as we'll soon see. So our solution, Data-Driven Therapy, actually does some really cool stuff with data. We develop relationships between over 100 data points collected on a daily basis. Now, don't think that you have to spend a lot of time working on this, because a large amount of those data points actually come from wearable devices like my Garmin-based DDT SQ2 device right here. We get physical health data from devices such as this, and then some mental health data from the data-driven therapy user interface, which right now is web-based, and we're able to develop relationships between all those different data points and see how they affect each other and how they're affected by other data points that are affected. And on the back end, we do a whole bunch of math, and we develop relationships and see exactly how your health relates, your different parts of your health relate to each other from a holistic perspective. And so this provides some pretty cool benefits to all of our users. It actually puts you in charge of your own mental health with clear, actionable data. Data-driven therapy encourages users to take into account your holistic health, both mental, physical, and your spiritual health, meaning that you, when using data-driven therapy, you are going to be the best you that you can possibly be, and we provide you with the data necessary to do that. Data-driven therapy is also an incredibly affordable solution. You can get a 1-year subscription for less than the cost of the average therapy appointment in South Dakota. So that means that we have a typical price point of usually $15 on a month-to-month basis. However, what we'll do for you if you buy a 1-year subscription is we will give that 1-year subscription to you for just $10 a month, and we'll actually go ahead and throw in 2 months free, so 1 year of data-driven therapy for less than the cost of a therapy appointment in South Dakota. Another really cool benefit, I'll tell you an instance where this is awesome for one of our users, is an easy data transfer to providers. I have one user that had actually suffered a concussion a little while before getting started using data-driven therapy. They were suffering from horrible headaches that were just devastating their life, so that they couldn't do most of the things they had enjoyed and done previously. It affected their relationship with most of their friends and family members. Their psychiatrist had told them, oh, what you need to do is you need to sleep more. You need to sleep more. You need to sleep more. So they end up sleeping 12 to 14 hours a day on a regular basis, and after a full day of work, that's not going to leave you much time to do anything to enjoy life other than just sleep. Well, they started using data-driven therapy. We were tracking that user's headaches within the application, and the algorithms that drive data-driven therapy were actually able to identify that the relationship between those headaches and the user's physical health was when the user's REM and sleep cycles were very low. Sure, they may have had 12 hours of sleep, but little to no deep or REM sleep to recharge left them with issues because of that concussion they'd suffered a few months before. So they took their data into their psychiatrist at an appointment while after starting with data-driven therapy. They showed their psychiatrist what that relationship was. The psychiatrist took a quick look at it. In just a few minutes, made a couple quick changes to their medication. In a matter of days, their life was changed forever. Those headaches were gone because they used data from data-driven therapy in order to help their healthcare providers get directly to the heart of the problem. And there's many other benefits that we haven't even come across yet within data-driven therapy by looking at your health data from a holistic perspective. And there's also some huge benefits to healthcare providers with encouraging your patients to use data-driven therapy. Number one being that we provide clear data representation with a more true representation of a user's current mental health. So like say if you've got a, for instance, bipolar patient and they're in a manic episode, they're trying to hide it. Oh yeah, I feel great, everything's good, I feel normal. You go in, you look at as a provider, and you see their data. Oh yeah, you feel great, but you've slept 2 hours in the past 3 weeks. And so, that's instantly going to be setting off alarms. your patient's true mental health is and what the true care is that they actually need in order to provide the most efficient and best care for your patients. We also provide the ability to quickly get in and see what symptoms are having the biggest effect on your patients, whether it's feeling suicidal, thoughts of harming oneself, feeling like you need to withdraw from everyone or stay in bed all day, or hallucinating, being extremely aggressive, not sleeping at all. We're going to give you a clear, concise data view in order to get directly to those symptoms that are bothering your patients the most. Another really cool thing that we do is every week we have each of our users fill out either a PHQ-9 and PCL-5, and we provide those DSM-5 scores integrated directly into the patient's data on the data-driven therapy dashboard. Another really cool benefit, I touched on this already, is that we provide easy data transfer to providers, and we can even do custom data exports if you need specific data points. So what exactly is MyndTek asking you to do today? What we're asking you to do is simply to check out our website for more information, which is www.myndtek.com. Check out our Facebook, which is just facebook.com/MyndTek. Get more information on the data-driven therapy application at datadriventherapy.net. Go ahead and give us a call on our office line, which is 605-799-7468, or email me directly on kevin.forshey@myndtek.com. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who watched this video for taking the time out today to stick through this to the end. Again, we are MyndTek Limited. We are helping to change lives just one mind at a time.